5 huge changes coming to the San Francisco Bay Area in 2026. The Bay Area we knew in 2024 is already gone. And the Bay Area most people think they're buying into in 2026 doesn't exist yet. Right now, 5 massive shifts are quietly rewriting the rules for where people live, how they commute, what neighborhoods appreciate, and which communities get left behind. And most buyers, sellers, and even longtime residents have no idea those changes are coming. If you are thinking about buying, selling, or relocating in 2026, and you are making decisions based on what worked 3 years ago, you're already behind. The market rewards people who see where the region is going, not where it's been. I'm Decent Kai. I have spent years helping people navigate the Bay Area real estate market through cycles, policy changes, and neighborhood transformations. So today, I'm breaking down the 5 huge changes coming to the San Francisco Bay in 2026 and what they mean for you. Let's get into it. Before we dive in, here's what this video will do for you. I'm going to walk you through the 5 changes that matter most in 2026, explain why they are happening now, and show you exactly how they affect neighborhood value, commute patterns, and buyer behavior. If this breakdown helped you see the Bay Area market more clearly, hit the like button and subscribe. I break down real estate trends, market shifts, and relocation strategy every single week. Now let's get started. Number 1, San Francisco housing approval from maybe someday to right now. The first massive change in SB 423, and if you are not paying attention to this, you are missing the single biggest housing policy shift in the San Francisco in decades. SB 423 is a state law that extends and expands California's streamlined housing approval process. And in June 2024, San Francisco became the first city in California subject to its expanded rules. Here's what that means in plain language. According to the California Department of Housing and the Community Department, San Francisco's median housing approval time used to be 26.6 months. That's over 2 years just to get a permit approved. SB 423 slashes that timeline to 6 months for most projects. This applies to any code-compliant project with at least 10 units meet the San Francisco's affordable housing requirements. And for projects with 11 or more units, 10% for projects with 11 plus units if the city hasn't met its market rate goals. To qualify for streamlined approval with no discriminatory hearings, no CEQA lawsuits, and no political delay at the Board of Supervisors. This is a fundamental reset of how housing gets built in San Francisco, and the ripple effects are humongous. First, this unlocks thousands of units that are stuck in approval process. Projects that developers give up on because of timeline risk are now visible again. Second, it changes what neighborhoods become attractive for development, areas that were previously too risky because of unpredictable approval timelines, now back in play. Neighborhoods like the Outer Sunset, Parkside, and the Excelsior, and parts of the Mission are suddenly much more interesting to developers. Third, this accelerates the rental supply response. Rental market react faster than ownership market. As these units come online over the next 18 to 36 months, rental pricing pressure shifts first, then ownership follows. And finally, this changes the conversation around affordability and supply. San Francisco has always gridlocked for years on housing approvals. SB 423 doesn't solve everything, but it removes one of the biggest structural barriers to building more housing. For buyers, this means rental competition could ease in certain neighborhoods as new supplies come online. For sellers, this means understanding which neighborhoods are about to see new development and how that affects your property positioning. And for anyone relocating, this is a signal that San Francisco is entering a new phase. The city isn't stuck anymore, it's building again. Number 2, Treasure Island. X marks the spot for 8,000 new homes. Second change is Treasure Island, and it's one been in the works for over a decade. But in 2026, it's finally starting to feel real. Treasure Island is being transformed into the brand new San Francisco neighborhood with up to 80,000 housing units, 27% of which are designated as affordable or below market rate. This includes parks, open space, retail, restaurant, ferry service, and public transportation connections. According to San Francisco planning, the Treasure Island development project is governed by the 2011 development agreement that is now actively delivering units. Ferry services to Treasure Island is expected to begin in 2026, connecting residents to Ferry Building and the Mission Bay. This isn't just a housing project. This is creation of an entirely brand new neighborhood on an island in the middle of the bay, with views of San Francisco, Oakland, and the Bay Bridge. Here's why this matters. First, Treasure Island adds meaningful supply to the city where supply is constrained. 8,000 units is substantial. That's not a small infill project. That's a new neighborhood. Second, ferry access changes the commute timing. If you work in the financial district, the Ferry Building, or Mission Bay, this ferry option makes Treasure Island viable in a way it wasn't before. Third, this is completely priced relative to core San Francisco. You're getting bay views and new construction at a price range that are lower than comparable waterfront neighborhoods like Marina or the Embarcadero. The trade-offs: you're on an island. You need a plan to commute around ferry schedule or bus, and the neighborhood is still building out its retail and amenity base. It's not fully formed yet, but for buyers who want affordability, waterfront access, and a brand new neighborhood that's still taking shape. Before we get to the next three changes, let's pause for a second. We have just covered SB 423, rewriting San Francisco's approval timeline, and Treasure Island delivering 8,000 units. These aren't small shifts. These are structural changes that reshape where people live, how neighborhoods develop. And we still have three more coming. The West Oakland bar transformation, the infrastructure build-out shaping commute patterns, and the market re-rating that shifts buyer behavior across the entire region. If you are planning a move, an investment, or a sale in 2026, and you want to understand how these changes actually affect your decision, I put together a free Bay Area relocation guide to break this down in practical details. Neighborhoods, jobs, opportunities, and other relevant details most people miss when they are trying to time the real estate market. Grab it, use the link below. Now let's get into the third change. Number 3, West Oakland bar making. There, the new here. The third change is West Oakland bar transit oriented development, also known as Mandela Station. And this one is a game changer for Oakland. According to bar construction on the West Oakland bar TOD project, it's starting in mid-2026. The development will include 762 residential units, 31% of which are affordable, 300,000 square foot of office space, 53,000 square foot of ground floor retail, improved bikeways, streetscape improvements, and a new bar plaza. This project has been in the works since 2019, but it stalled. Now it's moving. Soil test started in February 2026, and construction is expected to begin later this year. Here's why this matters so much. First, West Oakland Bar is one stop from downtown San Francisco and one stop from downtown Oakland. The location is extraordinary, but the neighborhood has never fully captured the value because the infrastructure and amenity base weren't there. Second, this is part of a broader pattern. BAR is developing transit-oriented projects at multiple stations across the Bay Area, include Lake Merritt, North Berkeley, Ashby, and El Cerrito Plaza. These projects unlock land that has been sitting at surface parking lots for decades. Third, West Oakland is getting additional momentum for state-level projects like the potential removal of reconfiguration of I-980. which has physically separated West Oakland from downtown Oakland since it was built. There's real political will in Sacramento to reconnect these neighborhoods, and projects like Mandela Station are accelerating that process. For buyers, West Oakland in 2026 is one of the highest upside neighborhoods in the Bay Area. You're getting proximity to San Francisco, Oakland, and Berkeley. You're getting bar access. You're getting in before the full transformation is priced in. The homeowners already in West Oakland, this is a signal to hold and potentially leverage your equity. The neighborhood is about to re-rate. And for investors, this is classic early cycle positioning. You're buying into infrastructure, not hype. Number 4, commute surgery, the region's infrastructure facelift. The fourth change is infrastructure. It's one less visible, but just impactful. Caltrans is in the middle of a massive freeway rehabilitation project across San Francisco. According to Caltrans, the Feb 4 project, including repaving and rehab of I-280, Hospital Curve, and the Central Freeway and SR1 19th Avenue, these projects are designated to restore structural integrity, improve safety, and create smoother driving experience for the 44,000 people who use these freeways daily. Work on the US 101, Hospital Curve, and the SR1 has already begun, with the Central Freeway project starting in spring 2026. Why does this matter? Because commute function shapes where people choose to live. Where freeways are being repaved and rehabbed, there is short-term disruption, but on the other side, you get improved travel times, reduced congestion, and more predictable commutes. At the same time, BAR is continuing its work to reduce slow zones and improve rail line travel times. These aren't sexy projects that directly affect daily life for tens of thousands of commuters. And then there's the Burlingame Broadway grade separation project, which is separating Caltrans tracks from roadways. This reduces delays, improves safety, and makes Caltrans more reliable for peninsula commuters. Here's the pattern. Infrastructure improvements unlock neighborhoods. When commute times drop, perceived distance shrinks. Neighborhoods that feel too far suddenly feel close enough. For buyers elevating commute trade-offs, pay attention to where infrastructure is improving. Daly City, South San Francisco, Burlingame, and part of the East Bay are full benefiting from these projects in ways aren't fully reflected in pricing yet. Number 5, the new normal. Less inventory, more attitude. The fifth and final change is the market itself, and this one ties everything together. According to the National Association of Realtors, Chief Economist Lawrence Yao, the Bay Area housing market is poised for a sales rebound in 2026 as interest rate decline. Yuan expects Bay Area home prices to increase 2 to 6% and inventory to rise modestly. According to Zillow, the average home value in San Francisco, Oakland, Hayward area currently sits around $1.152 million, down about 2.5% over the past year, but the story isn't decline. The story is stabilization. Here's what's actually happening. First, inventory is critically low. According to the California Association of Realtors, the Bay Area's unsold inventory index is just 2.2 months. San Francisco is even tighter at only 1.2 months. San Mateo and Santa Clara County are at 1.7 months and 1.5 months respectively. Anything under 3 months is a strong seller's market. Second, sales are rebounding year over year, but with recent monthly slowdowns, this is normal, seasonal behavior. This big trend is that the buyer confidence is stabilizing. After 3 years of elevated rates, people are adjusting to the new expectations that are moving forward with clear math and long-term thinking. Third, wealth gained from stock portfolios and tech compensations are offsetting borrowing cost. According to the market report, many Bay Area buyers are supporting purchases with stronger balance sheet even with higher mortgage rates. The fourth, there are a mixed shift happening. More affordable homes in mid-range price band are attracting significant buyer interest, while premium markets remain stable. Buyers seeking values are finding opportunity at Alameda and Contra Costa counties, while core job centers like San Francisco, San Mateo, and Santa Clara remain expensively but stable. And finally, there is a timing dynamic around capital gains. Many homeowners who buy in 2019 or earlier are approaching the end of the 2 out of the 5 primary residential capital gains exclusion window. This could unlock more listings in 2026 as sellers time their move strategically. So what does this all mean? The Bay Area isn't crashing, it's not spiking, it's re-rating. The neighborhoods that offer the best combination of access, affordability, and future upsides are the ones getting the most attention. And the buyers who understand what frustration, what infrastructure policies, and market dynamics are covering are the ones positioning themselves to win. This is exactly what I said at the beginning. The Bay Area we knew in 2024 is gone, and the Bay Area most people think we are buying into in 2026 doesn't exist yet. But the people who understand these 5 changes can see where the region is heading. Let's bring this all together. SB 423 is rewriting San Francisco housing approval process, unlocking thousands of units and changing these neighborhoods, becoming more attractive for development. Treasure Island is developing 8,000 units with ferry access, creating a brand new waterfront neighborhood at competitive price points. West Oakland BART's Mandela Station is transforming one of the most underrated transit-rich neighborhoods in the entire Bay Area. Infrastructure projects across the region are reducing commute friction and reshaping where people choose to live. The market itself is re-rated. Tight inventory, modest price growth, and shifting buyer behavior are creating regional nuance that rewards strategic positioning. These aren't predictions. These are changes that are already in motion. The question is whether you are positioning yourself to benefit from them. If you are buying, selling, or relocating in the Bay Area, and you want expert guidance on how these changes affect your specific situation, my team and I help people navigate exactly these kind of decisions every single day. Use the link below to schedule a strategy call. We'll walk you through neighborhoods, numbers, and a personalized plan based on how you want to live and where the market is actually heading. And if you want an overview of the Bay Area neighborhoods, job opportunities, and other relevant details, check out my free Bay Area relocation guide. It's linked below. Finally, if you want to understand what's happening with pricing and inventory across the region right now, watch this next video. I'll see you there.